All right, so today's lesson is 1.05 AA criterion, and that just is angle. And we will look at that. So please make sure you have your math notebook, pencil, and calculator. And remember to take notes and uh, work out the example problems. And we'll go ahead and get started. So today's essential question: how do you find the missing angles of a triangle when given a measurement of a similar one? Today, I am going to solve problems involving angle relationships in triangles so that I can determine the missing angles of a triangle. I will know I got it if I can analyze the diagram to determine missing measurements of a triangle. So just to review real quick, similar triangles are triangles that have the same shape but not necessarily the same size. In this diagram here, it shows that triangle ABC is similar to DEF. So this is the symbol for similar. And when you have similar triangles, the angles will be congruent. Angle A is congruent to angle D, B is congruent to E, and C is congruent to F. Now notice the placement in the labeling here. A is congruent to D, they're both listed first. B is congruent to E in the middle, and C is congruent to F. The other thing about similar triangles are that they are the ratios of the sides will be proportional. So the length of AB corresponds to DE. So this side corresponds to this side. And when you do the ratio of that, it's going to be equal to BC over EF. So they're all going to have equal ratios. I don't know what happened to that equal sign there. Looks like it kind of got lost. Got moved over a little bit. Should be equal there. And also you can look at the placement again. When you look at the sides, here's AB, here's DE. Okay, first two. And then BC, EF. And the last one here, AC and DF. So those are the corresponding sides, which will be proportional. So we're going to focus on angles today. So we've got this set of triangles. They are similar triangles. We know that because the angles are congruent. Look at all three angles. They're the same size. So just a quick practice with corresponding sides, then we could write this as triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. And when we look at side AB, that's first two, then it's going to correspond to DF. All right, well, let's write that as 6 over 12. And that simplifies to 1/2. And then we look at BC, it's 8, EF is 16. And 8 over 16 simplifies to 1/2. And then the last set, AC and DF, is 4 over 8, which is 1/2. So you can see that they all have the same ratio. So they are proportional when you have the corresponding sides of a similar triangle. Now the angles are pretty easy to see because you have, they're exactly the same. So A and D, B and E, and C and F are the corresponding angles. So what is the AA criterion? Remember angle. So what it is, it states that if two angles of one triangle are congruent to angles of another triangle, then the triangles are similar. So it just proves that the triangles are similar based on the fact that two of the angles are the same. So if we look at this triangle, ABC, we have this one, and you've got this angle is 49, and this one's 49. This one's 32 and this one's 32. So therefore they are similar triangles. Now, one thing to keep in mind here, and I'm going to change this to black. So A corresponds with F. So I'm going to write that out as if we're going to list our triangles here, label them. So it's going to be triangle A, and then F corresponds. Then we have 32, those are the same, so B corresponds with E. And then C would correspond with D. So that's how those the triangles would be labeled, A, B, C, and F, E, D. Now, with we know that the triangles, the angles add up to 180, so you could also find this missing angle. Remember, we learned that earlier this week, so you would have to do 180 minus, see, 49 plus 32 would be 81. Use your calculators if you need to. So that missing angle is going to be 99 degrees. Not that you have to find that, but you can. So let's look at a couple practice problems, or a few practice problems. It says, are the triangles similar? So we have 30. No, 30 over here. We have 70. Okay. So we need to figure out what the missing angle is here or here, doesn't matter. So let's figure out what B is. So we know that A and C are 70 and 80, and we know that all three must add up to 180 degrees. So 70 plus 80 is 150. 180 minus 150 is 30. So this is 30. All right, so if we look at our triangle here, look, we've got 30, we have 70. That's all you have to know to tell that they are similar, because they have two angles that are equal. All right, you'll have a question like this on the quiz where you'll have to drag and drop. Similar problem that we just tried. Triangles A, B, and C, and D and F are similar or not. So let's look at our ABC triangle. These two angles are given. Those add up to 80 plus 60 is 140. So we're going to do 180 minus 140, and that's 40. So this angle is 40. So then we have, well, here's 80, here's 80, here's 40, and here's 40. Now, I keep forgetting to put this little degrees there. So since they have two angles that are congruent, those triangles would be similar. Drag and drop that. So this one says you've got the two triangles. You've got an angle given here, and you should know this angle because it's a right angle. There is enough information to conclude that the two triangles are similar or not similar if x is 48. All right, so now they've given us this. This is 48. And we know this is 90. And we know this is 90. Now, it doesn't matter which triangle you use. If I use this one here, those two angles, 90 plus 40, add up to 130. And to figure out the missing angle, we're going to do 180 minus 130, and that's 50. All right, so they only have one angle that is the same. That's the 90-degree angle. So they are not similar because they have to have two. All right, our last one. So in the figure, AB is parallel to DE. Select the drop-down menu to correctly complete the statement. All right, so when you have a diagram like this, and this will be further in the OMS lesson, you'll have some practice with this, but I wanted to do this problem because it's a little different. When you know that these two, AB is parallel to DE, then you could actually use your your angle theorems that we've learned so far. We know that this one is 50. And so you could calculate this missing angle, 65 plus 50 is equal to 115. So 180 minus 115 will give us 65. So this one's 65. Now I'm going to go ahead and extend this line. And I'm going to extend it here. I'll do this in blue. And then we'll do this one here. You're going to see why I'm doing this. So now if you just look at, you've got two parallel lines and a transversal. And alternate interior angles are congruent. So this would be 65. So then that proves that they are similar. Putting everything together. Please make sure you complete your OMS lessons, go through everything, take your time, take notes, work out those problems. Thank you so much.